As Kyle mentioned, we're here today to talk about new ventures, what to expect, what to look for, and how to choose the correct agent for you and your business. Whether you have an 18-wheeler, you're a hotshot, flatbed, drive-in, reefer, whatever the case may be, all of those variables and all those differences between your company and your neighbor's company are very important. For us here at Marquis, as we've alluded to, we are specialists in the trucking space, and we understand everything that goes in to not only applying for your authority and the processes that go with that, but also looking for that coverage. Looking for the proper automobile liability limits, motor truck cargo limits, and the physical damage coverages, which are obviously optional for you. At the end of the day, we're here to be a direct liaison between you and your business and the insurance company, and we're here to provide you access to insurance companies that you may not have known existed or you otherwise wouldn't have had access to. So let's start talking a little bit about the coverages that you'll need and kind of what the brokers and shippers are going to look for out there. Brokers and shippers are going to look for motor truck cargo coverage. We typically see a $100,000 limit with the motor truck cargo, as well as that's going to be paired with a $1,000 deductible. That's really up to you, the deductible choice, and that's something that we can go into great depth when we are presenting options with you, whether in person, whether over the phone, or whether over email. At the end of the day, we know that insurance, it's a required commodity for your business, and we know that it's also one of your largest costs for the year. So we're here to not only provide you with coverages that are going to put you in the best position moving forward, but we're also here to put you in the best possible financial situation, because we know the burden of insurance, it's a heavy burden, it's quite expensive, and we're here not to provide just a good cost for you, but we're here to provide you and be able to explain the ins and outs of your coverages and what they really mean. Now to backtrack a little bit on the cargo piece, let's say you are a reefer operation. Very, very, very important that you're making sure that your agent is including reefer breakdown coverage, because we've seen it quite often where there is a reefer operation, they don't have the reefer breakdown coverage, can put you in a really bad situation. So that's a very important question for you to ask. You may ask yourself too, what kind of question should I ask my agent? How do I know that what he's selling me or she is selling me is what I'm actually purchasing? So some of the questions that we often receive from the new venture as well as the existing venture, it's important to know if your policy is premium finance or direct billed. It's important to know, is there an APR, an annual percentage rate tagged to my monthly installments? It's also important to know, hey, am I able to grow? Am I able to add units to my business this first year, this second year? What are those guidelines? If I am able to add, does it have to be an employee or can it be an owner operator? Different things like that are really important, and they really will dictate if you have plans for growth. That could handcuff you that first year in business with market availability or insurance company availability for you and your business. Also things such as, we look for when we're gathering information, we're asking you the questions, we're going to want to know, hey, business owner, are you actually the driver? And some insurance companies, they'll decline to quote if the owner of the business is not the actual driver. They'll also decide not to quote. Let's say your company is domiciled here in the beautiful state of Georgia, but your driver's located in Nevada. Well, that is also going to extremely limit your insurance options. You might ask yourself, well, why? What does that matter? This guy may be driving for 20 years. Well, the insurance company looks at it and they say, okay, business owner, how are you able to accurately manage and maintain the upkeep of that power unit that's out on the road? How are you able to make sure that you're touching base with your driver and doing a walk around to make sure that the tires have good thread depth, that your brakes are where they should be? Everything that goes with that, a myriad of other kind of instances there, but the insurance companies will look at every aspect of your business on a granular level. So we're here to help you, like I said earlier, navigate those waters and fully understand what goes into the decision of the insurance company and why we may have an option for you, why we may not have an option for you.
Now, kind of that you've got your insurance though, kind of what's the next step? And you're now stepping into the realm of trucking, where it's not, it's not just about, how good can you drive a truck and do you have on time, pickups and deliveries. You're running a business that has a lot of moving parts. A lot of it too, I think, based on, which insurance provider you go with through your agent, you can do it by the rating, and I think the rating has a big part of kind of how it plays. You got to be careful with that, especially looking at your cargo physical damage, because a lot of those claims are going to come in the form of that. So make sure you're trying to get with an A-rated, B++ kind of provider. We recommend not to go with risk retention, but sometimes that's your only option. We really recommend going with a highly rated, backed by AM Best insurance company.
And just so you know, what does the rating mean? What does that mean for you? What does that mean from an insurance standpoint? Okay, so the AM Best rating, A+, A++, whatever the case may be, in layman's terms, that's the financial stability of that insurance company. So at the end of the day, a broker and a shipper, while that's important to them, they look at that and they say, oh, well, they're with a risk retention group, or this business has a B-rated insurance provider. To the broker or the shipper, that may make them feel a little uneasy about how a claim may be handled. So make sure that you're asking those questions and you're very aware of the type of rating and the limits and the exclusions and the deductibles and everything that goes into your policies. Make sure that your agent is as transparent as possible, because we will be as transparent. We're going to lay it all out there for you. We're going to have those candid conversations. We're going to make sure at the end of the day you're covered and for what you're looking for.
And I think it's you need to be asking these questions for your agent too. I mean, whether you choose to have Marquis quote your business or if you're midterm in your policy, I think it's important to go back and look what your coverages are, look what your limits are too, and kind of know and educate yourself to know what questions to ask when looking for insurance, because it's not if there's going to be a situation, it's really when there's going to be a situation or a claim that's going to arise, and you want to be protected from that.
And knowing too with the claims, if there is a claim at all, insurance companies, they're going to look at what were the losses last year, what were the paid out claims, but they're also going to look at the frequency in which claims happened. You may have 5 claims that were $10 a piece and one that was $20,000. Well, those 5 little claims, they may hurt you more than that one singular claim, because the insurance companies are going to look at loss frequency or loss ratio, things like that. So just a little bit of food for thought for you as you do approach trying to acquire insurance for your business. Ask us those questions. We'll give you the feedback and the answers that you're looking for. I promise you that.
And understand that a lot of times you cannot control if there's going to be a claim or not. And I guess what are some things that you can control that will affect premium and all that?
There's a lot, Kyle. It's a great question. So you can control how you drive. Go the speed limit, put on your seatbelt, don't talk on your cell phone while you're driving behind the wheel. Things such as making sure you're doing a pre-trip walk-around inspection yourself of your equipment, of your trailer, of your power unit. If you see something afoot, well, get it addressed before you hit the road, because you're going to go through a weigh station. There's going to be a DOT officer that's going to inspect you. And the last thing that you need in that first year in business, even that second year in business, well, any year in business for that fact, is to have these inspections and these violations that are completely under your control, that you can fix, that you can adjust prior to hitting the road. So just be cognizant of that. That those little pieces, they're going to dictate your premiums come renewal. And they're really going to play a big piece in whether or not your business is going to be able to stay active.
And a lot of government regulations that are changing and updating every year. And here at Marquis Insurance, we're going to provide you with up-to-date information and knowledge of the changing regulations so that you can stay compliant and stay safe out there on the roads. Which kind of brings us into why choose Marquis? Apart from our producers and our agents that specialize in just trucking, it's with us, we've talked about Nolan Transportation, we talked about OTR Capital. They are partners with us. With this industry being so vast, you need partners, you need relationships to help grow your business. We have very strong partnerships over here at Marquis. It's from everything from helping you to find loads to working with your cash flow and back office. Safety and compliance is a big focus for us. We have several partners that we recommend that can help you, take control of your CSA scores within this first couple of years. We have a program for new ventures that get enrolled, and it'll help with the audit that you have coming within that first 12 to 24 months that you're going to have. So we have a deep partnership with a lot of companies. We're deeply rooted. That's all we focus on here. We'd love to kind of bring you into the family and kind of go along with you on this journey that you're about to partake in. you basically are choosing your agent to represent you to the insurance company. So you have to get one that's going to be thorough and knows all these questions and kind of regulations and things to, you know, apply to your policy. So, you know, let Marquis get you a quote. It's free to you. It doesn't take much time. We just need a little bit of information, but we'd love to kind of see you and you know, hold your hand along, you know, this journey that you're going to have, you know, running a trucking company. So like, subscribe, our YouTube channel, our Facebook, our Instagram. We got a ton of information that's going to be coming out. We're going to try to get a video out a week, information. You guys let us know what topics you want us to cover, and we're happy to do so, and we look forward to, you know, talking with everybody. Because I'm staring, you're staring at that.
Hey.
Are we still shooting?
Yeah.